Hi, I'm a great value Don Lemon, and you're watching the Reading Channel. I'm the librarian, and I came to read. Yeah! The great value Don Lemon is back. The crop top wearing fake Don Lemon is back. I sure am back with a tight ass choker and a sequence top, and you girls aren't telling me anything. Let me tell you something, I do love this new setup. I don't know, girls, I might have to keep it. I've seen a few of you say that you do prefer the empty kitchen, but sis, I don't know, girl, this has me in my zone, all this color and shit. You see what I'm saying? Girl, now we're here to talk about it. Now let me tell you something that also has me in my zone. How to Get Away with Murder is apparently coming back tonight, girl. It's coming back tonight, and sis, Viola Davis is one of my favorite actresses, and Annalise Keating is actually who I am as a person. You see what I'm saying? So I'm ready to see what Bonnie's crazy self is going to be doing with her soccer mom minivan built. You know what I mean? I'm ready to see what her PTA meeting with a silencer. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see what she's gonna serve the girls. We got light skin Trade, who's Annalise Keating ex-husband, son, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Girl, it's too much shit going on. We got Oliver and Connor doing all type of crazy stuff. We don't know what's going on, but I'm ready for How to Get Away with Murder to come back. Now, let me tell you something that I'm ready to go away. These comparisons that y'all are making between Future and Beyonce. Now, I kind of understand what y'all talking about, like, oh, Beyonce is, you know, that girl for women and gays, obviously. You know what I mean? And Future is that man for niggas. I guess I kind of understand what y'all are talking about, but when we're talking about somebody like Beyonce, who I tweeted this, when we're talking about somebody like Beyonce who used to train by jogging and singing at the same time, you know, when we're talking about Beyonce who did a back bend for You Girls and I Am world tour and during Freakum Dress and really just was singing at the same time. When we're talking about a girl who can run and jog and squat and turn and twirl and serve you girls a at the same time, sis, it's unrealistic for y'all to be comparing that to a Future girl. These comparisons were always being made, but they took to new heights this week because Future, I think he was asked that question directly in an interview. Future said that he considers that comparison to be a great thing. I'm just trying to empower people, you know, sensational. You know, I'm just trying to empower people. What type of niggas are you empowering, and what are you empowering their ass to do? Not pay their child support? Girl, sit your ass down, Future. Girl, it's okay, baby. Future seems to be going through a lot because he said, I actually stopped drinking lean for a long time, but I didn't know how to, you know, present that shit to my fans because they're used to a certain type of persona. So Future going through a little something over there in his corner. I'm not sure if y'all, can we help him out? Do we need to send him a goodie bag or something? But you know, the girls did notice a change in your music, no shade, sis. So now that really does make sense now that I'm thinking about what you just said. So good luck to you, Future. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like the rap game, it seems like something going on in the rap game, something in the water. Cause Soulja Boy went on to the Breakfast Club and said, girl, he went off on every goddamn body. Drake? Drake? That shit was so funny to me. Cause like, Soulja Boy was being funny. He was being funny, but at the same time, he wasn't really lying. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, you know, he was like, I taught Drake everything he knows. And then he pulled up some fucking song where it's like, girl, he stole my flow, and then you put that shit side to side. I was like, girl, it's kind of accurate. And then he also went on to drag Miss Kanye West. Now, I was screaming when he said this particular quote. I'll read it. You not Walt Disney. You not Steve Jobs. Only thing you did was come up with some pair of tennis shoes, and them shit's ugly. I hollered. Do you hear what I'm saying? I hollered. Because he went on there, he said, you know, you talking about you supporting Trump, you wearing his hat, you trolling us, shit like that. He was also talking about the internet crazy star. They talking about Crank Dad. He's like, girl, you gonna put some respect on my name. So I just, Soulja Boy wildin', but you know, he did make a few points. You see what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, girl, I'm gonna have to acknowledge that you did make a few points. Miss Rihanna, I see that you're out here dragging the girls corporate wise. You're putting on your business attire and you're going to get those girls completely on together. You said after conquering makeup and all this other shit, you're trying to move on. This is what you said. This is what the reports are saying. You're trying to move on now to a luxury brand. So I'm very interested in seeing what's going to unfold. It seems like Rihanna has found what she's extremely super passionate about. And she's just killing the game with this shit, with this corporate business woman shit. I'm like, okay, all right, black woman winning. Speaking of celebrities, Cardi B has been in the news for a couple of things. The first thing was this twerk video that she had with the City Girls. You know, the top 20 winners will get flued out. They did get flued out. They had a winner. It looked like she almost broke her neck, but you know, the video was cute. But you know, they had asses in there that were twerking. There were a couple of cloud-colored individuals who were so, they're so angry. You know, I mean, when they're not centered in every single thing that exists, you know that's when they get angry. But yeah, some of them were so angry. They're just like, girl, I don't see no, I just wish there were other ethnicities. White girls, they were essentially saying, why aren't white girls in there, girl? And somebody said, girl, this is why. And I was hollering. But the other thing that she was in the news for was this Instagram video that she released. She was just talking about the fact that Trump was saying, bitch, y'all hoes need to get back to work, especially you girls who work for the IRS without pay. And she was just like, that shit is stupid.
Trump is now ordering, as in summoning, federal government workers to go back to work without getting paid. Our country is in a hellhole right now. All for a fucking wall.
So she just talks about it. It was really funny. But what was even funnier to me was these two senators, Brian Schatz, I think is how you pronounce his name, I'm not sure, and Chris Murphy. Now Brian is the senator from Hawaii and Chris is the senator from Connecticut, and they were just debating with each other on whether or not they should retweet that video. And I find it so intriguing how important bullshit like that is in politics, which is why I don't know, or I don't think I could ever be a part of politics, is because they were just so concerned, which of course is not surprising, but they were just like, girl, she's cursing, I don't approve of the language and shit. I'm just like, girl, I promise you I could never be in politics. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, girl, if you got a message to say and it makes sense, I don't give a fuck about them curse words, girl. But that's politics, which is why my ass, I can't be involved. They will put all my tea, girl, this messy ass queen with these crop tops and shit. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting that they were just like, girl, should we even retweet this shit? What she's saying makes sense. Millie Bobby Brown, she was saying after watching that show, You on Netflix, I have not watched it, but the girl said that show is about some stalker harassing this woman or some shit like this. The girl, y'all can let me know, but she said that the stalking on that show, it comes from love, and she said, don't judge me on my opinion. Now, I tweeted about this and I said, I feel sorry for this lost ass child. And I feel like some people thought that I was dragging her, but in all actuality, I'm dragging the people who are supposed to be protecting her. I don't know where her parents are in this situation. People were telling me on Twitter that, you know, her parents seem to be doing it for the check. They seem to be just a-okay with the bullshit that's going on. But the reason why I am so scared for her is because, you know, we may have thought like that when we were kids. I know that I had some fucked up ass viewpoints on what love is supposed to be like. I was hooking up with older ass men that I should have had no business doing. So a lot of us probably had experience sitting in that dusty mindset that she has. But my problem is that there's so many predators in Hollywood where she works, where she is, where she lives. So many predators in Hollywood that can use that very same mindset against her. So it just kind of unnerves me that there's no one around her, you know, meaningful in her life who is guiding her to a different direction, because like that to me is so dangerous, especially there are creeps in Hollywood who will see that and hear what she's saying and be like, oh, okay, well, you okay with it? So, and it's just like, she's a child, she's gonna think dumb shit like that, you know, we all did. But I'm just so scared for her. That's the only thing. I don't know why Family Guy wasn't scared to release that. Like, did y'all see that shit that they put up on Fox, girl, with Trump getting his ass dragged by Peter? I was hollering. Sis was out here fucking Trump up. Now, I can only imagine the amount of people, the stress relief that episode brought to so many people, especially the 800,000 people who do not have access to their goddamn paychecks. And honestly, the government is in a complete mess. Let me tell you something. Rudy Giuliani's ass went on to CNN and said that he never said that the Trump campaign didn't collude with Russia. So what he's essentially implying now is that he speaks for the president. He doesn't speak for the president's campaign. He doesn't know what's going on with that. Girl, I'm like, what the fuck going on with y'all? When asked if he acknowledged that his comments represented a change from his previous marks, he said no. He said if it was a subconscious change. So I am sitting over here like, girl, is Professor X playing some type of mind games on you hoes? You see what I'm saying? You talking about it's a subconscious change, but you're very aware of the dumb shit that you're saying right now. Rudy Giuliani, I don't believe your dumb ass. Now, let me tell you somebody else who I don't believe. Mike Pence went on to media doing a press release talking about ISIS has been defeated, and this comes hours after a deadly attack on US troops in Syria. So I am confused. Does Mike Pence not really understand that we can see right through that bullshit? Y'all are really trying to distract the American people by saying that ISIS has been defeated. Attacks are still going on. I mean, you made this shit hours after a deadly attack on US troops? Girl, you're not fooling anybody, girl. We know that the girls are out here dragging the shit out of Donald Trump. Now, I will bring this shit up. Nancy Pelosi said in this letter, she said, girl, while you're over here talking all this shit, we need to make sure that your ass is not speaking at the State of the Union. We can't have this shit going on. We can't have this big ass event going on if the Secret Service ain't funded, security is not funded, government shut down. You need to sit your ass down. And she said in the past, presidents have written out a State of the Union and presented that written statement to Congress. So she said, if you want to jump, if you're feeling froggy, you can go ahead and write that shit down. Like I said on Twitter, write that shit down on a chalkboard, present your written report to me during my office hours, and that's it. You're not going to be presenting the fucking shit to the class because the due date was already gone. You know what I mean? Due date already. You're not presenting the project to the class no more. You could turn that shit in for 20, 30 points off, and that's it. He's being dragged right now, and Mike Pence telling us that fucking ISIS is defeated. And we know the country is dragging the shit out of Trump because, and this is a CNN poll, they're saying 45% of whites without college degrees approve of the job done by Trump in that recent poll, and this is compared to the 54% that approved of him. That information comes from a poll that they took in December. So his base, even his base, is dragging the shit out of him. Yeah, Trump loses support from key constituency of white people without a college degree, and they're doing their best to try and avert all of these crises. I think their asses in government are over here trying to make sure that people at least get their back pay during the government shutdown. I'm not sure how much good that will do. They see that they're losing percentage of their goddamn base. It's interesting that their base didn't give a shit about anything until it started to affect them personally. Even though minorities around the country were saying that this man was not going to be good for them, they didn't give a shit until it started to affect the racist bigots personally. So I thought that was interesting. But yes, the government is still shut the fuck down, and I feel like Ocasio-Cortez.
We went to his office in the Capitol. We went to his office here in the Russell Building. We went to the floor. He's not. We went to the cloakroom. He's not in the cloakroom. He's not in the Capitol. He's not in the Russell Building. He's not in the floor of the Senate. And 800,000 people don't have their paychecks. So where's Mitch? And just my question.
Yes, ma'am. Where's Mitch? What y'all doing? I saw that old turtle, I saw that old tortoise had blocked the government from being open again. He blocked the House bill to reopen government for the second time. So I just want to get these exhausted fossils. I want to get these old and deflated tires out of office so that we can get something done. We need some progressives, some actual progressives, not centrists. But we need some progressives with a goddamn spine who can stand up to the people who are literally trying to erode democracy in front of our eyes. We need people who are going to get up their new ideas, fresh faces, and not weebles wobble, but they don't fall down turtleneck built asses like Mitch McConnell. I promise you that we need change. And on that note, this fake ass Don Lemon is hoping that you have a good goddamn evening.